Yeah, very good evening, children. Welcome to Akshara online classes. This is Ghaffar sir, your physics faculty. Let's start our session. Last class we have done that Newton first law and about inertia, types of inertia, the concept we completed. Now today we are going to learn about Newton's second law. It is related about force. So let's start the Newton's second law. So write down. Yeah, Newton's second law. Newton's second law. So as you know, Newton's first law is explaining about what is the concept of force, and Newton's second law is explaining about definition of the force. Understand? Newton's first law is explaining about concept of force, and Newton's second law is giving the information about total profile about force. So that is the reason this Newton's second law is very important role playing in the mechanics chapter, mechanics branch. So this is the basic knowledge related to the total mechanics. Okay, since let's start this Newton's second law. Newton's second law. So according to this Newton's second law, the rate of change in momentum, the rate of change in momentum, the rate of change in momentum is directly proportional to is directly proportional to Akanksha, are you there? Akansh. Akansh, is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, very good evening. Math teacher will take next period. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So here the thing is, we are in the last class we explained about Newton's first law. Am I right? And also we talk about inertia. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And example for inertia, where in the general life, in our daily life, where the inertia is helping you or where it will obstruct you. These all the details we have learned in last class. Clear?
Yes,
Now today we are learning about what? Newton's second law.
Second law.
Yeah. So write down the statement of the Newton's second law. The rate of change in momentum E is directly proportional to the net force acting on the body. The net force acting on the object. This is a very simple statement, but it is very powerful. Understand? It's a very simple statement and very powerful. For this statement, the mathematical expression is F proportional to delta P by delta T. F proportional to delta P by delta T. Understand? So this is Newton's second law statement, and this is a formula. This is a mathematical expression for Newton's second law. And observe that this F is called applied force, net applied force, and this delta P represents change in momentum, and this change in momentum with respect time, the change in momentum with respect time we will call as directly a rate of change in momentum. Everywhere rate stands for rate represent that with respect to time, any physical quantity, if it is changes, we can explain as a rate of change. So that way we have the formula as F proportional to delta P by delta T. After having this, we need to remove this proportionality. So if you remove proportionality, you should keep a constant. The constant is F is equal to K delta P by delta T. Understand? F is equal to delta P by delta T. Here, finally, the formula you will get delta P by delta T. Here, practically, the constant value proved as 1. Okay, practically the constant value proved as a 1 since the formula become F is equal to delta P by delta T. But in this formula, you don't know one physical quantity. Okay, this is applied force. We are learning for, we are doing this total thing for force. So this is our object. But here in this equation, we don't know delta P. Here delta P means change in momentum. First we learn this change in momentum. Later will come to once again this formula. Okay, is it okay? Understand, Akash? Shall I go for the momentum? First, momentum. Momentum represented with letter P. So write down momentum definition. So simple, in a simple manner, I can represent the momentum. The product of mass and velocity. The product of mass and velocity represent as momentum. Okay, the product of mass and velocity is called momentum. Understand, product of mass and velocity is called momentum. And also, even you can define in another way. The other way representation of the momentum is the quantity of motion. Quantity of motion, also known as momentum. Understand, the quantity of motion also known as momentum. So as you see this first statement, the product of mass and velocity is known as what? Momentum. So if I use this relation, if I use this statement, I can write the formula as momentum is equal to mass into velocity. This is a product of between mass and velocity. And here mass is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity, since momentum also is a vector quantity. So write down momentum is a vector quantity. And also units for momentum. As you observe the formula, if you observe the formula, mass units are kg and velocity units are meter per second, since momentum units are kg meter per second. Momentum units are kg meter per second. This is a CGS, SI units of momentum. CGS units are CGS units of momentum. CGS units of momentum is gram centimeter per second. Gram centimeter per second is a CGS unit of momentum, and SI units are kg meter per second, and it is a vector quantity. So if when this is a vector quantity, it has magnitude and direction. So magnitude is represented by P is equal to m into v, and its direction is represented by velocity direction. Velocity direction, momentum direction, both are equal. So momentum direction is in the direction of velocity. In the direction of velocity. So that way we will define magnitude as well as its direction by using the formula. Okay, is there any questions? Okay, you cannot unmute. Okay, yeah, it is okay now.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, is there any questions?
No, sir.
Yeah, I'll give a small problem to you based on this. Understood what is mean by momentum? Isn't it? Now I'll give a small problem, a simple problem. Do it. This is a mass. This is a mass. This mass having 10 kg. A mass having 10 kg, and it is moving on a smooth surface. It's moving on a smooth surface. When it's moving on a smooth surface with a velocity of 2 meter per second. When it is moving with 2 meter per second and mass is 10 kg, so what its momentum? What its momentum? So formula for momentum, P is equal to, tell me, m into v, mass. What is the mass here? 10 kg. And what is the velocity?
2 meter per second.
So totally, what is the momentum?
20.
20? 20 rupees? Is it 20 rupees?
No, sir.
Then what? What it is? It is units for momentum, kg meter per second. Understand? Kg meter per second is a units. 20 kg meter per second is a momentum for this body. Okay now?
Yes.
I'll give one more example. This is a mass having 100 kg. Okay. Or else, wait. One more is, this is a having mass m and moving with 3 meter per second on a smooth surface, and it has a momentum 100 kg meter per second. It has a momentum 100 kg meter per second moving with 3 meter per second. And what is the mass of the body? What is the mass of the object? Find out.
33.33, sir.
How 33.33? Very good. Momentum is equal to mass into velocity. Mass is equal to momentum by velocity. Momentum is 100 by 3. So which is equal to 33.33 kg meter per second. This kgs only. Kgs, because we have found mass kada kgs.
Yes, sir.
So this is the way the problems related to this momentum. Understand? So next,
Sir, can you show the before slide, sir? I have to note some points.
yeah, you can write. So here momentum is a vector quantity and units for momentum is kg meter per second. CGS units are gram centimeter per second, and the direction, this is a point very important. The direction of the momentum is in the direction of what? Velocity. Okay? So these are the very important point. And
Yes, sir.
you have to understand this point also. The quantity of motion. The quantity of motion also known as momentum. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now, as you see the first slide, so this is the Newton's second law, isn't it? In this Newton's second law, this is represent, what it is represent?
Change in momentum.
Change in momentum, right? But here in this formula, you only got the momentum. It is not called change in momentum. So let's learn about now change in momentum. Better write down. Change in momentum. Change in momentum. So represent with delta P. Delta P. So what is this change in momentum? So change means final minus initial, that is called change. So we can represent this thing with a formula. Delta P is equal to final momentum minus initial momentum. Understand? Final momentum minus initial momentum. To understand this formula, we'll do some examples. Understand? To understand this formula, I'll give some examples. So here, one more thing. Here change in momentum also vector quantity. As this final momentum, initial momentum are the vector quantities, even change in moment also vector quantity. And here, when this is a vector quantity, its magnitude represent P final minus P initial. This way we can represent the magnitude, and it has a direction. Tell me, what is the direction of the change in momentum?
Direction of the velocity.
Yeah, that is very good, very good. You are right. So the change in momentum direction is change in momentum. Direction is in the direction of change in velocity. That is important. So it is not in the direction of velocity, it is in the direction of change in velocity. Change in velocity have lot of difference. Understand? Change in velocity have lot of difference. So here also change in momentum and momentum also having lot of difference. Can I give how it is differ change in velocity and momentum and change in momentum? I will show with an example.
Yes, sir.
See here, let me take this is an object. This is an object. Initially, the object mass is m. The object mass is m. It is moving with some v velocity in a horizontal direction. Let me take in a east direction. Okay. For some time, it is travelled with constant velocity in the east direction with a mass m. Suddenly, it got changed its direction towards north. Okay, suddenly it got changed its direction towards north with same velocity, same body. Suddenly it changed its direction. Now in this question here, I want change in momentum. What is the change in momentum in this situation? Tell me, what is the change in momentum in this situation? So what is the formula for change in momentum?
Final momentum minus initial momentum.
Change in momentum vector is equal to final momentum vector minus initial momentum vector. Understand? So first let us take initial momentum. Initial momentum bar is equal to mass into velocity. Understand? But the velocity in which direction? The velocity, it is in which direction? The velocity in which direction? Akansh?
Northward, sir.
Not northward. Initially in which direction?
East direction.
East direction. But here let me take east, west and east direction as a x-axis, north and south as a y-axis. Now tell me, this body is moving x direction or y direction?
Initially X direction.
Initially x direction. But the thing is, when the object moving in a x direction with a magnitude v, but who will represent the object moving in a x direction? The unit vector along x direction represents its direction. But along x direction, what is the unit vector? Along x direction, unit vector is I. So that this is become, initial momentum become mv into I. Here mv stands for magnitude of the momentum along x direction. I stands for direction of that physical quantity. So initial momentum this. Next, finally, final momentum. Finally, it is moved which direction? It is
Northward, sir.
northward. When it is northward with same velocity, but how do you represent northward direction? Here, northward direction we have taken as y-axis. When it is moving with y-axis, in y direction, what is the unit vector? In x direction I, in y direction it would be j. Understand? So this is a j. So totally the change in momentum vector is, tell me, change in momentum vector?
MVI.
mvj minus
MVI.
mvi. So here this is your change in momentum vector. Its magnitude will give what?
Change in momentum.
Magnitude of change in momentum. So I think you have some questions. Here you have some questions, kada? How we have taken that I and J? That is your question. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I'll say with an exam, with the formula, I'll say that formula. Every time vector, any vector, not only here, any vector you can represent as magnitude into unit vector. This formula you can follow to represent the vector. Okay? Understand? So here vector, for example, you are writing something vector. When you are writing the vector, you have to multiply unit vector and magnitude, then you get vector form. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Here also in the before case, look at here. What is the magnitude of initially? What is the magnitude of momentum? What is the magnitude of momentum? M into V. But the magnitude is acting which direction?
East direction.
East direction. Here east and west I think I got it as I have taken as x axis, kada?
Yes, sir.
But in the x axis unit vector is I cap.
Yes.
At the same time in y direction unit vector is j cap. At the same time z direction unit vector is k cap. Okay, this is remember. By using that strategy, I have written initial momentum vector as p bar I is equal to mass into velocity into I. So this E stands for what? Sorry. M into V is represent the magnitude and I is representing the what?
Along idea on the x-axis.
Unit vector along x-axis. So this is also same thing. I have taken in the formula these two things.
Yes, sir.
Understand? Now let's do one more kind of this. Now this is a wall. This is a wall. This is a wall. A ball is having mass m. A ball is having mass m. It got strike the wall with a velocity v and bounces back with same velocity. Understand? Okay, a ball is strike the wall with velocity v and bounces back with same velocity backward direction. In this case, what is the change in momentum? In this case, what is the change in momentum? Every time change in momentum is what? Every time change in momentum is P final minus P initial. Understand? P final minus P initial. Apply the formula. Delta P is equal to P final vector minus P initial vector. Okay.
Yes.
Now here initially what is the magnitude of the momentum? Magnitude means mass into velocity. isn't it? So here mass is m only. What is the with what velocity it is striking the wall? V. Since this is m into v, but this m into v will represent vector form.
Sir?
This m into v will represent vector form.
No, sir.
No. What supposed to do to represent the vector form? You have to multiply with unit vector. But here to multiply the unit vector, any one of the direction you have to adapt. Okay? You have to adapt one direction. So let's take this is x direction, this is y direction. Then tell me the object is moving initially in which direction?
X direction.
X direction. When you are adapted x direction, so what is the direction? What is the unit vector along x direction?
I, sir.
Since it is become what? M into V I. Understand? Similar way, final momentum. Final also, what is the mass and velocity? M into V, but it is moving which direction?
Negative x-axis.
Yeah, negative x axis. Very good, excellent. But a negative x direction, to represent negative x direction, we need to multiply with negative unit vector. So negative unit vector is what?
Minus I, sir.
Minus I. Now I want to change the momentum. Tell me change your momentum. What is P final? M into V into I minus M into V into I. Totally how many M into V I we have here? Minus of 2 times of M into V into I. So this is your change in momentum vector. And what is the direction of change in momentum vector? Here its unit vector represents its direction. Okay, change in momentum direction is in the direction of which direction? X axis, but which x axis? Negative x axis. Negative x axis. This is the meaning of the change in momentum. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, but I have a question. In previous case and this case, in previous case, it changes its direction. Okay. Actually, it is moving in a straight line, but it changes its direction. Due to the change in direction, momentum also changes. Here also, in this case also, the object is moving forward direction, but when it is striking the wall, it is come back to the backward direction. Here also it changes its direction. Anywhere in previous situation, in this situation, why the momentum is changing? Why the momentum is changing? In previous situation and this situation, why the momentum is changing? Here momentum is changed. In this case also momentum is changed. Why the momentum is changing? The momentum is changing simply because of what? Applied force. Applied force. So here previously, because of the as the ball is mass is moving this direction. Here we applied this force, something force, like for example, in a football, the ball is moving in a straight line. All of suddenly, if you kick the ball, in which direction it will move? In the direction of the kick, the ball will move. Am I right? So similar way here also, the object is bounces back. Why the object is bounces back? Because this wall is applying some force on the ball so that it is bounces back. That is called normal force. Here in previous case we have used muscular force. But in this case, which force is reason for changing the momentum? The normal force acting on the body is reason for changing the momentum. So indirectly, what is the reason for changing the momentum for the object? The reason for changing the momentum for the object is applied force. But here when you are changing the momentum, it will take some time, isn't it? When
Yes, sir.
when the object is changing the momentum by application of the force, so some time it will take. In this time something changes happened. The rate of change in momentum we can consider as applied force acting on the body. That is nothing but Newton's first law, Newton's second law. Okay, so still you will get more clarity by giving one more example. Take the example.
Yes, sir.
So one more example I will give. This is an object 10 kg. Let me take this object 5 kg. It is moving on the floor, smooth floor. Initially it is at rest. After some time t, after some time or else after 3 seconds. After 3 seconds, its velocity become 5 meter per second. After 3 seconds, its velocity become how much? Same body, same object velocity become how much? 5 meter per second. Now in this case, what is the change in momentum? In this case, what is the change in momentum? What is the change in momentum in this case? So what is the formula for changing momentum? Tell me first. The formula for changing momentum,
Final
delta P is equal to P final bar minus P initial bar. What is P final? What is the P final?
25,
How? Yeah, you are right. Excellent.
because it is happy to be into I know.
25I. And P initial?
0, sir.
0 I. Null vector. This is called null vector. The magnitude of 0 I also 0 only. Okay, that is called null vector. Finally, how much is the change in momentum? 25 I. Here, this 25 represent the magnitude of the change in momentum, and this I represent the direction of the change in momentum. So finally, the change of momentum is happened here. Is there any reason for changing this momentum? Understand?
Body accelerated, sir.
Yeah.
By application of force.
Here the reason for changing the momentum is any object simply cannot change its momentum. Any object cannot change its momentum simply. So because of applied force only the momentum will change. But look at here, to change this momentum, initially it has 0 momentum, P initial, but after 3 seconds it got changed into how much momentum? 25, in the direction of the same direction, in the direction of the applied force, the momentum is changed. Okay, so but here as a final result, so I will generalize the formula now. Initially the mass, we have initial mass, initially we have a mass, its velocity u. After some time, after time t, the same mass velocity become v. In this case, by application of the force, initially it has a u velocity, after time t it become v velocity. Here what is the change in momentum? Change in momentum.
MVA minus MUI.
Very good. MVI minus MUI. What is the time taken? Delta t become t only. Then according to Newton's second law, tell me, F is equal to delta P by delta T, first equation.
Yes, sir.
From here delta P, what is the delta P in this case?
Change in momentum.
MV minus MUI by delta T value is T, isn't it? Isn't it? Then F is equal to, if I take M common, V minus U by T I, F is equal to m into what is v minus u by t? What is v minus u by t? Change in velocity per unit time. Change in velocity per unit time. What is change in velocity per unit time?
Acceleration.
Very good. So F is equal to mass into acceleration. So this is the final formula for what? Newton's second law. If I ask a statement, you have to say the rate of change in momentum is directly proportional to applied force. If I ask the formula, you can say Newton's formula, Newton's second law formula is F is equal to ma. By using this formula, I can derive the force units. What is the mass units? Kg. What is the acceleration units? Meter per second square. So this kg meter per second square also called Newton. Okay, Newton. So since finally the units of force is Newton, SI units of force is Newton, and this is a 1 kg meter per second square known as 1 Newton, and this is a formula, final formula for force acting on the body. F is equal to mass into acceleration. This is a very, very important formula. You can keep it as a star marks. You have to remember lifetime this formula. Okay, so this is the derivation of the Newton's second law, F is equal to ma. We will do some problems based on that in the next class. Clear? I'll stop the session. You have next you have mass class.
Sir, there is I also there, no, sir.
Yeah, I represents what? Direction of what? Direction of force. In which direction it is acting? Along x direction kada? So I am not representing the direction, only I am representing the magnitude. Very good. You are observing everything. Very good. So we'll stop the session. Next class we'll meet. Bye.